Hello and welcome to a early video. Yes, this week's video is early. You know why? It's because I'm getting busy again. Got to turn on sound and animations there for a second, so you guys don't get to see the beautiful animations that this guy and this guy has, but you'll see them eventually because this is a Union Master run, and I forgot that these guys needed a Majin Buu Saga ally, but this is Union Master, so I don't think it really matters. Hey guys, how have we all been? Another week, and everyone's happy at Dokkan from what I can tell, especially with the change of, I guess, direction of units and content that they're trying to bring in, especially with short form content. It's a bit of a questionable choice that Dokkan's making events that are only going to be for a certain time period now instead of just there for good. Like, I know there used to be a time when red zones were 5 attempts only, and then they would take them off for a while, but then they brought them back for like big celebrations, and they said okay, they're here permanently now. But it doesn't really seem like they're doing that with new content, which is their choice, I guess. How I feel. Like, if Dokkan wants to gear in that direction, well, what can I do? I'm not really on, and I keep forgetting I can't technically run the boost on this team because Vegeta is an extreme, so that's why he's not dodging. Yes, anyways, as you can see, I have basically every anniversary unit on this team. No, I do have every anniversary unit, and I brought along the new Saiyan Day Majin Vegeta, who I talked about in the previous video. I said I would use him at one point when new content came out. New content hasn't really come out, so well, Union Master is new content, so I'm running him here. May not be his best display this Union Master run, since he does need a Majin Buu Saga ally to immediately exchange into the Extreme Fizz Goku. Very nice, we got the EX Super for Daima Vegeta. But yeah, let me talk about how I feel about this unit, right? So I brought this unit into basically Festival of Battles with a subpar team. I didn't quite beat the run that I was in because Yakon failed a dodge, but it's all fine. Kind of gave me a gauge of this character's abilities. They are scary with Majin Buu Saga allies. Vegeta is very scary, to say the least, because I was running him with the extreme setup, and one thing I can say is starting off at 100 mil is a very scary thing to see. People thought Gogeta, the AGO one, was scary enough. Surprisingly, I find this guy a lot more scary, especially since this guy also has defensive abilities that are far beyond the realm of what I've seen. Like after attacking, he has 78% damage reduction with guard, and then his Goku side has 80% dodge and damage reduction, I think. Or is it 80% damage reduction and or 80% crit? He definitely has dodge, I know that. But I've been utilizing the Vegeta side a lot more because I did pull Dabura, and Dabura has also been very effective. Like that unit is a scary beast in terms of defense. His attack does cap out at around like 50 mil for me because I only have him at 50%. But yeah, that Dabura is scary in terms of defense as well. I think I put him slot 1 for maybe the first 6 turns that he was on rotation. Like I let him stack and he was already up to like 6 mil upon the stage that I brought him into, Festival of Battles. Yes, that was the run, Festival of Battles, and I was just like, what is going on with this team? Pui Pui on the other hand, he's a fun unit to say the least, but his stacking doesn't really seem to do much, especially since he is a gambling unit who does barely any damage in slot 1. Like in slot 1 he gets a defense proc, which is like a gamble defense proc, and then in slot 3 he gets a attack gamble thing. So they don't really want you to put him in slot 2, so either he's 80% dodge in slot 1 and 3 with 20% stacking, I think it is, or 30% it's raise attacking defense, which I assume is 30%. But yeah, he's on a more like, I get where they were trying to build him, because he's like the whole, you know, I trained under 10 times gravity of Earth, so you know, I'm stronger than you, and then Vegeta proceeds to clap his ass, and it's just like, okay. Like, okay buddy, all that talk just to get, you know, your balls touched by Vegeta. But you know, Yakon, not much to say about him. He's a real dodge or die character. Like, you're not really counting on him for attack or defense. Yes, his active does debuff the boss, which is fun for fights where the boss can be debuffed. Apart from that, what else is Yakon fun for? His 80% dodge, that's another thing, or his high chance to dodge. Yes, he has a very high chance to dodge, which is very questionable for content nowadays, but I guess that team is basically all dodge or die, because Pui Pui and Yakon are dodge or die. Dabura in the beginning is, he can die very easily when he hasn't stacked up defense yet, but once he's stacked up defense, he is running like he is running the fumes of something. Am I missing something here? Yes, I forgot to turn on skip skill animation. That's why we haven't been seeing any animations. My bad. Next run we'll turn that on. Anyways, for now we can just keep rocking this, because I think we're almost done with this Union Master stage. Yeah, but in general, like, my feelings towards the game haven't been the greatest recently. Like, I know Majin Vegeta and Goku are two very fun units. The only thing is there's no content, especially like in terms of the harder side. Like, yes, there's the whole Goku vs Vegeta key event, and then there's this Union Master stage, and then they released a seriously serious battle that gave you 7 tickets from missions. that was great too, I guess. But apart from that, I kind of miss the RE Red and Blue Zone. Like I didn't even beat them. Like if you saw that one video I did where I was like, oh well, this is leaving soon, I said I'll make content on it, and then I realized it left a day earlier than I expected, so I logged back into the game to record another video for next week, or it would have been last week, but then it was gone, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, it's kind of a bummer, I guess. Like, who really knows anymore? Like, it's just a very questionable time for Dokkan, especially coming off one of the worst. Well, no, okay. Let me rephrase that. Not worst, but one of the most plain anniversaries. Very nice KO screen, by the way. One of the plainest anniversaries in recent times. Like, yeah, I get it. You were trying to, well, not even like. I agree that the budget definitely improved for the animations of these characters, especially this guy, and this guy, or godly animations. Is Goku in the back gonna die because he doesn't dodge? Well, yeah, but the content was kind of dry. Like, even the Dabura celebration after had more content than the anniversary as a whole for a single part. I guess Dabura was like the thank you celebration for the anniversary, right? But like, I love Dabura and all, right? But is Dabura really mogging the anniversary in terms of content that comes out? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for new content, right? But when you're taking away content from the game, especially Grand Tours and the RE Red Zones, I don't really see why they would get rid of that. That was a bit of a questionable move by Dokkan, especially since those were some of the most engaging and fun fights that came out, especially post/during anniversary. Like, maybe it wasn't the best choice for you guys to remove content that fast, because it's been real dry post anniversary. I know I say if you're not like grinding the game 24/7, right, you shouldn't really be worrying about content, but like I've been struggling to find content to grind out for videos these days, because it is a bit dry. Like, I'm considered a casual player. I touch the game maybe once a day, like for one run or something, or to grind stones, and I'm just sitting here like, whew, it's real dry recently. Like, what? Wasn't there meant to be a new RE Red Zone that was coming out for Saiyan Day? And then where's that? It's just not here. And Union Master and Seriously Serious battles aren't the most challenging in terms of content wise. Like, I've literally been half paying attention to what's going on right now. Like, even if with my hooked team, I was still able to run through the event. Audio check. Okay, so they get 4, so they should be fine. Majin Vegeta doesn't get his intro unless he has a Majin Buu Saga ally on the rotation. Well, AGL Vegeta just had to start out in slot 7, which is, you know, not the greatest, but these guys can survive. Like, it's not like they're useless without their intro slash exchange animation playing. I've been getting this guy's EX Super a lot recently. I like that quite a lot. Like, even though his 18 key normal is a lot longer, I actually kind of like his EX Super more. One, because it's very short, but two, it's also because he does that like turnaround pose where he like flexes on it. I don't know why the camera angle seems a bit weird on the thing. Like, initially when I saw it, I thought they were gonna like hand it out and let it be a KO screen, like you know how the other Vegeta has a the spirit blade, spirit sword, puncturing the ground, and then he has the Pui Pui kill thing. You know, that those two are pretty sick, and then Goku has the EX Kamehameha, the fadeaway one. But the Vegeta and Goku, the int ones, didn't get a single KO animation. Yeah, KO screen. Like, their active skill doesn't even have the KO screen. Well, I know it is a rehash of the STR GT Duo, but they didn't bother to add a KO screen there, which was EX Super. Very nice. But it's very questionable not to give them a single KO screen at all. Questionable choice, Dokkan. Questionable choice. Will we see some intros here shortly? This is one of my favorite intros, by the way. Like, people hated this unit when he came out because of Ki. I stood by his side so hard, and now people are switching up. Calm down, guys. Like, you know, I'm a day one of this guy. This is genuinely the #1 intro slash exchange in the game. Like, this animation is like this pose here. It is so cold. I guess we're gonna do something like this. Preferably I want those for this guy. How much damage are you guys gonna take is the question. One thing I have found with the Fizz UI and Evo Vegeta is they do have a glaring weakness. It's that even though they have 4 turns of invincibility, right, which is like the most broken thing you're ever gonna see in the game, 100% damage reduction for 2 turns if you have 2 leaders, right, and then 100% dodge for 2 turns, which is what partially saved them in the Jiren fight. But the Vegeta side is noticeably weaker after he loses his 100% damage reduction. Yes, he does have the base 70% damage reduction, but against bosses with AoEs, like, well, Jiren, he did struggle before supering, because he is very naked in terms of his kit. Like, him and Goku don't have stacks per se, like this Vegeta and Goku and the int ones, so they do feel a bit raw sometimes, especially when they are off their invincible turns. I do see a lot of people complaining about the Fizz UI not dodging, but that might just be because of how they build their unit. This is another very good animation, like, this is clean. Yeah, I love that anime. Anyways, we preferably should keep him on rotation, but we should swap into Goku, because Goku... let's watch this animation actually. There's one thing that I find interesting about this unit, like, the elements that they pulled from this are like, they're not actually working together in any way at all. Like, all the moves that they used were moves that Goku and Vegeta used against each other. Does this have a KO screen? I don't know. I'm a bit out of the loop with KO screens, because they don't really show KO screens in the reveals and stuff. Well, that's the reveal and stuff is not. Oh, he took it. Okay. That's fine. They don't really show KO screens in reveals and stuff anymore, or the Dokkan producer letter. Is that just me? Like, you have to go find it out for yourself, which is a bit of a questionable thing to do. I guess we can skim over animations now since we've seen that once. But I will play the active skills that I haven't shown, don't worry. They'll pop up. I'll turn the thing off so you guys can see those. Yeah, but it's a bit weird recently, the way that they've been pacing out stuff, especially content wise. Very nice EX Super there, but yeah, very stale silence here, but I guess that's how it is when you swap topics. But yeah, I would say in terms of hype, this is definitely one of the more hype same days we've seen, especially coming off last year. Like, don't get me wrong, I ride or die with that AGL Goku. He is one of my favorite units of all time. He's still very viable to this day. Like, people sleep on that guy way too much. But this is definitely up there in terms of hype levels. Have we hit #1 grossing? I don't think so. Have we? No, because I haven't received 50 stones. Yeah, but it's nice to see that Dokkan at least is trying new formats. Do you not have 100% damage reduction? Probably not, to be honest. This should be a turn where both Vegetas have their exchange animation up, because this other Vegeta's here as well. But yeah, do you take damage to this? No, it's actually crazy how like versatile this unit is. I see a lot of people putting them at #1, which I don't disagree with. They are indeed a very broken unit, to say the least. Don't sleep on them, because if you don't summon for them now, they won't be back for 3 to 4 months. We haven't seen the Vegeta animation, so I guess I can play that for us to see. This is another animation that looks really good, but it has no damage whatsoever. It's actually so sad to see. Yeah, but you know, I guess that's just how it is nowadays. Like, they built him around his EX supers, so I guess he's gonna have to function off his EX supers. I don't particularly know if we can survive this, but it is Union Master, and Union Master doesn't really do the most damage. Yeah, so without any stacks, a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta with 90% damage reduction tanks for 200k. Have we seen this guy not get his EX Super this run? This video? Like, I swear I've gotten his EX Super every single time now. It's actually crazy to see. But Daima Vegeta is juiced this turn. He should be putting up numbers. Like, if you could get 2 EX Supers off the roll, I think his EX Supers are 50% off memory. Yeah, he should be balling this rotation. Let's see. First EX Super. It's fine. It's fine. On other news, Steel Ball Run came out. As for episode 2, nobody knows. Apparently not even the directors know when that is coming out. And the JJK fandom has been blowing up for a different reason. I don't know why. Like, people, they were complaining about something. Whenever it comes to fandom wars, it's just like really questionable. Like, can't you just let people live with the fact that, like, new animes come out and, like, sure, they're gonna be rated higher than the thing. Like, it's just the Lord of the Rings and the Breaking Bad fandom all again, like review bombing episodes that go from like 10 out of 10s to 9.9 to 9.8, and then they go like, how dare you rate my show below this level. It's like, okay buddy, it's literally just a show, calm down. And then they go, no, my show has to be number 1. And then you go, like, free run being number 1? Yeah, sure, I don't particularly like free run, but I don't really care that it's number 1, right? And then Steel Ball Run came out, and I like literally mocked free run, and then people are like, no, free run is number 1. Oh, it doesn't have a KO screen. Well, that's the end of Union Master. Wow. Yeah, but I guess I'll talk about this another day, since this is over, unless I get enough to summon. Really? One away? 1? Never mind, I have enough. It may be a bad decision to summon, but getting dupes of Goku and Vegeta would not be bad. Would not be bad at all. But yeah, just review bombing is just find something better to do with your time, please. Like, do you really have so much time to go, oh, I hate this show, my show is number 1, so I gotta go to this site and I gotta go 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Like, your show sucks because my show's the best. Like, sure, you'll see me glaze Dragon Ball Super when the Moro arc comes out and the remake comes out, but you'll never see me going to another site and going, ha, Dragon Ball's number 1. So let me go review bomb this other anime that has no relevance to Dragon Ball at all. Be smarter, people. Also, remember to stay hydrated, especially on a cold day like this. 9 degrees. Yes, anyways, end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Especially since this was an early video this week. Yay! Anyways, on that note, stay happy, stay healthy, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week and next week as well. Okay, bye bye.